And so I had a whole, call plan as usual, like 12 pages of it. But then I realized it's the last call of the year. So I put out to decide we're going to use that one next month. And we'll do something a little different today. So 12:04, I'm going to get rolling. Alyssa, iPhone, change your handle. Dennis, change your handle. And I'm going to get rolling, even those of you that have the cameras off. Go ahead and put something in the chat that you learned this past week. I want to see something from everybody. I don't care if you are driving, if you're out at Target. I don't know where you are, Allison. Actually, I'm just making assumptions, but just go ahead and put something in the chat. Something you learned this week. Do technical, in the wrong line of work, then, brother. All you do is technical work.
It's a mix of things. So some of it is on the business side, and some of it is on the it's more like in the trenches kind of thing. So I'm slightly I didn't do that for about a year and a half, and now I had to do it like a lot, like
Mm,
meaning like up to 4 o'clock in the morning, mostly every day type of thing. And
cool.
uh, I've been sort of doing that type of thing for since '99. And I'm a little bit burned out by it. But because it's a 24/7 thing, so it's not, and it's also not the thing that will generate. It's kind of it's built, but it doesn't really work on the business, right? It's kind of like more just strictly billable type of thing. So, but it doesn't grow business in any way, shape, or form.
Yep. So the all I did that we talked about delegation, right? And where's your time best spent as a leader? Awesome. And needs to eat 30 minutes after waking up, and it needs to include carbs. Apparently, coffee and cortisol isn't what should have been running. Bullshit. Cortisol is what fuels all of us. Uh, no, but well, I'm glad that you finally learned that about yourself. Let's see, what else do we have here? Alisa iPhone. I'm just gonna start calling you that. Learning more about my own personal growth journey and setting new goals for myself. Also, we're gonna talk about it today, so you're gonna have to share some. There's a huge underground work network of Disneyland collector's pin. Oh man, that's one thing I did not need to know. When you started going underground, I thought I don't know if you've ever been to the underground of Disney. So Disney, it's a whole city underground, right? The way that thing operates is absolutely amazing. But it's a whole city, like the way they move food, people, logistics. It's pretty incredible. I did not think that you were talking about pins, but I guess it makes sense. I mean, you go there and I see all the people wearing the pins, and it does make sense. Um, Injured wife, tired husband. Well, sorry, Jerry. Hope your wife feels better. The set of snowfall contains sharp ozone notes which refresh and clear the mind. Huh, did not know that. Interesting. Do you usually stand outside smelling snow? Just curious. All right. uh, let's see. ChatGPT can use the camera to watch you and give you training tips. Yes, it can actually use the camera for a bunch of things, right? From interior design to training tips, uh, to give you nutritional value for your meals. You take a picture of whatever's in front of you, give you a breakdown the nutritional value of it. So pretty incredible what ChatGPT can do. And as I said, I'm working on another call I've just still been playing with a few of the tools to tell you some of the lessons I've been learning between chat and how it interacts with the other AI. Curtis, Heavy is a great app to track gym workouts. Okay, so a lot of you are tracking workouts or using tools for that. I love it. At least 15 grams of protein. Is that Tyler replying to Ann's morning breakfast thing? All right, perfect, awesome. All right, guys, cool. A little bit of housekeeping. I don't have my usual notes, so I'm gonna try to remember. First of all, this month's book and challenge. Everybody's been doing their 10,000 steps a day, getting close to it, trying at least. I have. Yesterday I was a little short, so I told Tyler, let's go for a walk. I went for a walk, and I made it to about 10,200. So made my quota. Um, the book, as you guys know, Shoe Dog. By Phil Knight, creator of Nike, the founder of Nike. I thought it was one of the better books we've read over the past couple of years. I mean, it's if you own a business, run a business, or planning on doing so, you need to run it. Every mistake that he talks about in the book, I've made, from legal stuff to financial stuff to working on literally, no pun intended, shoestring budgets. You know, it's really incredible to see his journey until he finally made it to now being a freaking billionaire, right? So if you run a business, read it. It's also an easy listen, very much in line with like Green Light from Matthew McConaughey in that sense. So I truly enjoyed the book. I hope you guys, those of you who read it as well. Upcoming seminars this Saturday. So tomorrow evening we have Protect Defend the Night seminar. It is sold out. So recently, all of the seminars have been selling out, which is pretty awesome. If you signed up, looking forward to seeing you. If you signed up, if you don't show up, I am going to charge you because we blocked other people from coming. Remember, all the seminars are free, but we do charge you if you sign up and you don't show up. That's a punishment for taking somebody else's spot in a sense. Next month, the end of January, we have our carjacking defense seminar. And then in February, we have our weapon retention seminar and our Valentine's Day workout. All of those are on the platform. You can go ahead and sign up for all of them already. Again, they're all limited in space, and as seminars and classes have been filling up, we are cutting registration when we reach those numbers. So just something for you guys to be aware of. I know Allison and Tyler working on a new member management system and an app, which hopefully will facilitate all of it. That should be unrolled in the next in January at some point. So I know they've been working on the technical side of it. Upcoming speaker, and I'm going to tie it to our challenge for next month and our reading. So our speaker was finally able to get him. His name is Ira Weiss. Ira Weiss was the director of counterintelligence and counterterrorism for NYPD. So number two at NYPD for years before retired. Now he works a lot in Jewish security elements, different elements within it, different organizations. What he's been doing over the past year and a half is actually the chief security officer for the Nova exhibition. So those of you that remember the Nova Festival, October 7th, where the majority of the teens were killed at that festival. They have an exhibit that tours the world, essentially taking elements and artifacts from that festival and showcasing them. And he's been in charge of protecting that exhibit everywhere they are. Buenos Aires, United States, Europe, wherever they go. So you guys can imagine between anti-Semitism and just other fractions that want to hinder the truth coming out. His hands are pretty full. So he's going to come and talk some of the threats that he sees today, talk about lessons learned from October 7th, specifically at the Nova Festival. And we wanted to kind of tie the challenge and the reading to him coming to speak about it. Last year, 2 years ago now, we did a viewing here of a movie called We Shall Dance Again. If you haven't watched it, watch it. We're not going to do it again. But what we do want you to do, instead of reading a book this month, you're going to watch a show that is on Prime Video or Paramount. It's called Red Alert. It's 4 episodes, a miniseries. Each one of them is about 58 minutes, 60 minutes. It's actually the true stories, follows 4 or 5 different storylines about the same time of what happened when that attack on October 7th happened. So it's called Red Alert, which is what the alarm sounds. It's called Red Alert. You actually hear it say Red Alert, Red Alert. So that is your reading in a sense. As far as the the challenge, we're going to make it as simple. Let's get back into fitness kind of routine, consistency, and habits. So you're going to start on January 1st by doing one pull-up and two push-ups. But then every day you're going to double it. Sorry, you're going to add one. You're not going to double it. So day two is two pull-ups, four four push-ups, 3 and 6, 4 and 8, and so forth. So on January 31, you're going to be doing 31 pull-ups and 62 push-ups. It's not a lot. The problem is that it's cumulative. If you do it every day, you should start getting somewhat sore about week 2 or so. Yes, and you can do it. Okay, it's easy. You can do it at home. There was a question that came up. What happens if I don't have a pull-up bar? Then find a fucking tree branch. I don't give a shit. You can do pull-ups. Go to a playground and get on a monkey bar. All right. It's not a big deal. If you can't do pull-ups, do negatives. Jump up and work your way back down controlled. Use bands to support, whatever you need to do, but go ahead and do it. Again, the goal is here to be consistent, to instill the habit of doing something every single day for a reason. Okay, there are no days off. So that's your challenge. Also, on the speaker is going to be on the last Wednesday of January, not on the in the middle of the month like usual. Mostly because of my travel. I'm going to be in Israel with Tyler, and then Alice and Tyler and I are all in Vegas for SHOT Show. So we're going to do it at the end of the month. So that day, we're going to do a special Hava class that's going to be essentially based off of battles from October 7th. So special Hava class before the speaker, then the speaker right after. So that is what I have in terms of housekeeping. Since I don't have the list in front of me, Tyler, Allison, am I forgetting anything? Awesome. All right. So this is what I wanted to do today. I'm gonna have all of you speak, so you're gonna have to raise your hand so I can call on you. That includes Allison. And I'm gonna ask you all a question, and you're all gonna answer that question. There's really three questions that you're gonna answer. Four questions that you're gonna answer, right? And the idea is to see what we accomplish and what we set goals and do it in a public forum for a purpose, so we can hold each other accountable, right? So the first, I want everybody to share one major win from this last year. Uh, Make it a major win, not like I kept my protein intake or whatever. Something that was significant enough, something that you may not have thought that you'll be able to accomplish, or maybe a goal that you set last year and you made it. Anything that you think is a major accomplishment. For me, it was finally being able to start establishing system and working more on my leadership and less to Dennis's point, the technical skills. So I've been able to finally relinquish some of control to other people, trust my leadership team between Allison and Tyler at the gym and Mark at healthcare, and really take a step back and focus on the big picture and setting systems in place to facilitate their work. So that was something I wanted to do for a while and always got caught up in the weeds. Dennis, to your point, and this past year, I feel like I made some significant headway in accomplishing that. So that is my win for this year. All right, raise your hands. I'm going to start calling on you. All of you are going to talk. Jerry, I know you can't talk, but if you don't mind raising your hand and then putting something in the chat, we'd love for you to be a part of it as well. So who wants to go first? Raise your hands. All right, Tyler. Tyler beat Ann by like a fraction of a second. All right, go ahead, Tyler. Major win.
I would say taking on more responsibility with the gym, even though that was kind of like you being like, here you go. I think that kind of stuff scares me, and I just never expected to be doing anything like that. So taking that on and then actually making, one of our big decisions together with Allison about this new member management system. It's a lot and it's a huge project and it's a lot more than we kind of expected. And so I think just coming together and doing that and just taking on the responsibility of it was big for me. So
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Tyler. And go ahead.
I think a big win for me is I figured out how to do kind of like a staff orientation so that I can manage my expectations of my staff and my staff can understand what I want so that no matter what position they're in, it's very clear that everything goes back to our core values and our mission, not because I'm crazy I have crazy high expectations. It's, this is what we do here and you're part of this system. So this is when I say the water needs to be filled in the refrigerator, it's not because I'm crazy, it's because it's a standard that we keep. So
Cool. Love it. Awesome. And I know it's something you've been struggling on and off throughout the year. We're trying to hire different people and expectations not matching necessarily. So I think that's great. Awesome. Good job. All right. Who else? If you guys don't raise hands, I'm going to start calling on you. All right, Greg, go ahead.
I know I haven't finished the process yet, but buying the school is probably the biggest thing. But what's been really cool just in the past week since this really became a thing was seeing how many people have come out of whether it's instructors, my wife, you, other people, and just 100% on board and their support and everything. It's like, oh, I thought I was gonna be ready for this in several years, and then coming around and seeing everyone kind of being like, "Now, man, now's the time." So that's been cool. So I'm excited to see how that turns out.
Good. It's going to be awesome. I'm super proud of you. That's great. Good luck. So I think we scared Jerry away, so he left the call. All right. Who else? Curtis, Allison, Dennis. Who wants to go? All right, go ahead, Curtis.
My biggest goal this year was to get through the hip surgery and then get back to the point of being able to get back into classes and be more physical. So I was expecting it kind of be a little bit more harder, but still got there in a really good amount of time. That was my biggest thing for the year.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. And those medical obstacles that we sometimes foresee, sometimes we can't, right? They always throw a wrench in our plan, and the fact that you overcame it that quickly. And even while you were going through it, you were still teaching. You didn't let that stop you, which was pretty amazing, right? So I think that was pretty awesome. All right. Awesome. Love you, Curtis. All right. Go ahead, Dennis. Throwing you under the bus. Go let Allison do whatever she's doing for another second.
Yeah, no, I think getting the black belt, going through that test was something I was working towards and going through it meant a lot. So I think that's that's the highlight.
Perfect. Awesome. Love it. That's a good goal. Okay. And you still owe me a window. Just saying. All right. Allison.
I also was going to say, getting the shared responsibility of running the gym. I think just having that responsibility and everything that comes with it and learning with Tyler, just growing from that alone was a lot this year.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm super proud of you too. And just, the fact that I quote unquote threw you into that position. I knew you guys had it in you. And sometimes you need somebody else to see in you, to Greg's point, seeing you what you don't always see in yourself, right? So it's pretty awesome. All right, love it. All right, now next one. Give me one thing that you were hoping to accomplish this year, but you didn't. All right, for whatever reason, we all set these goals for the year, and we don't always make them all. For me, one goal, you guys heard me say that, my goal was to build enough system to where I can take a month off, like literally turn off emails, phone, text, anything. Nobody can get a hold of me for a month. And I did not quite get there. So that is my kind of miss for this past year. All right, who wants to tell me something they were hoping to get and did not get? All right, and won that one. All right, go ahead, Ann.
So I want to start like a micro school, and I thought I'd be able to start an after school program at the gym to be like the step into it. And I just never was able to get around to it. All I was able to do were like 1-day camps. So it was a start, but I haven't gotten there yet. I'm getting closer, and I can't tell if I'm cautiously moving towards my goal or if I'm using procrastination or like my perfection to procrastinate it. So that's one like huge thing that I want to do. Kind of putting that into possibly what my purpose in life is. And I haven't accomplished it yet.
Yeah, I think it was Patton that said, working on 80% intelligence is better than waiting for 100% and never acting, right? So, to your point, I'd be interested in, and probably not on this call, but to challenge, why do you think you need that stepping stone in the middle and not go straight into starting a school, right? But we can have that discussion separately. right? But to your point, and I want to point, and similar to me, right? The idea that we learn from it, right? You learn some things along the process. So what, like we always say, we either win or we learn. We never actually lose. So that's really what I want to pull from this. So thank you, Ann. All right, Tyler, one thing you wanted to do and you didn't.
For me this year, I remember a while back setting a physical goal, and that was to deadlift 315 pounds by December 31st. But that kind of got away from me. I know it's not like a huge deal in the sense of just life in general, but I did have a goal that I set for myself last year. September 1st was to work out like my floor, like my bare minimum was 3 days a week. And in the last month, when I started to get sick, like I think is the first time in over a year that a couple weeks that didn't happen, whether it was, 1 day or 2 days a week, but like I didn't hit that three. So that was a little bit frustrating, but frustrating in the sense that I like told myself, I had to do it, but I also was trying to rest and take care of everything else that was going on and just, you know, try and give myself a little bit of grace. But I would say that that was one thing that, did not happen. And part of it frustrates me.
I will say about your 315, because you say it's not a big thing in the big scheme of life. The reality, though, even though as a goal it may not, the fact is that in order for you to reach it, you would have to put other things in play that are big in the big scheme of life, from being consistent about working out, right? And the mini steps along the way, right? So all of those do add up and all of those do teach us lessons, right? So setting a physical goal, a numeric goal. And by the way, that's a nice thing about fitness in general, because it's something that's very easy to measure, right? So when people say, I want to be successful, right, what does that mean for you, right? It's easy to give it a numeric, but fitness, body composition, stuff like that, it's something that's easy for us to track, which is why it typically makes for a very good goal, because if I focus on that, other things in my life tend to fall into place as well, right? If I am consistent about my workout, and obviously next week it's going to be the first call of 2026, and the first week is user conditioning. We're going to talk about why fitness is the foundation for everything else, right? So we're going to talk about that. Yes, Tyler. Keep it short though.
Yeah, no, it was just I saw the other day, like a study on a link from someone's physicality, physical fitness, and kind of like their strength and how they take care of their physique linked to their success. They're more successful.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
100%. There's so much research about it. All right, thank you, Tyler. Who's next? All right, Allison.
So I remember last year I didn't like set a resolution, but I think I was just a little frustrated with a situation that I told myself, okay, I have to figure this out by the end of the year. And if not, I don't know what I'm going to do. But it was just getting clarity on different relationships with a few people, and understanding what's going to happen with those relationships. And it's not something that I got clarity on. Or I think it's not the clarity that I wanted at the beginning of the year. But right now, I think I'm okay where everything is, if that makes sense.
It does. I also say that you shouldn't compromise for okay, right?
Yeah.
You should always strive to have more clarity. But nice thing about this exercise we're doing right now, obviously, the next question is going to be, what is one major goal for you for next year? And you can repeat the stuff that you missed this past year, but whatever I missed this past year automatically becomes a goal for next year, right? So for you, Allison, getting clarity, you may not have accomplished that by December 31, 2025, right? But now it becomes a goal for us to reach in 2026, right? Thank you. Who's next? Hi, Greg.
Uh, getting pregnant, not me, but my wife. But yeah, having a
Well,
kid. So
not about your wife, but if you need help, call me. All right. Well, I'm sorry it hasn't happened yet, but there's still next year.
down to keep trying.
Yep, there you go. It's the practice that makes it the fun part. All right, thank you, Greg. All right, who's next? I don't know where Dennis went to, so Curtis, it's you by default.
One thing that I was hoping to work on more on work aspect was going out and getting new customers this year. and being more of the face of my team. I did it a little bit, but not as much as I want to. So that's definitely something I want to work on next year.
Yeah.
So
Well, considering you also were on bed rest for a little bit, that probably affected a big chunk of the year. All right.
a little bit, but
Well,
I definitely could have done more.
okay. And you know what? Realizing that and having that internal kind of like I think I could have done better, right? That's part of growth, right? Okay. I have the same thing. I wish I would have gone after more hospitals, and it's not that difficult for me, but I get sidetracked with other things and then I end up not doing it, right? So I hear where you're coming from. All right,
Yep.
Dennis, can you hear us? Do you want to chime in or are we skipping it? Oh, it says be right back. Okay. So we're gonna skip it. All right. So next question is one major goal for next year. Okay. So for me, obviously, I do want to accomplish what we've done in terms of setting systems and being able to take that month off because I have a team that can work without me. Not only that, probably will work better without me. But really a major goal for me is I want to invest in 2 to 4 other businesses. So I want to either buy other businesses or invest in other businesses. That is one of my goals for this upcoming year. All right, who's going next? Tyler and Ann, no hands going up. Oof. I guess, Greg, you're going first. Major
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah. Actually be successful with the business for the first year. So
Yeah, you
yeah.
got it, man.
Yeah.
Easy. You got all the processes in place. Just act on them. Cool. Tyler.
Sorry, I just got a weird email that the provider that I've been seeing for all my recent stuff was effective immediately, like left from the practice.
Perfect.
So,
Why are you checking email during this coaching call?
because it just popped up and it was
Yeah.
like effective immediately.
Yeah. What's your goal for this next year? Find a new provider would be number one.
Yeah, apparently. So, I guess there's a couple different ones, but just like with the gym and everything, and to get this new plan and member management program up and running, I feel like that's kind of an obvious one. But for me personally, I really want to get certified to teach mobility training. We've been talking about it for a while, but I really, really want to do that.
Cool.
I'd like to do that. So.
Awesome. And why are you waving her off? I
You
wanted to
don't
teach
need a
mobility.
certification for that. Just do it.
No, I know. I mean, just like I want to go behind someone properly that I can really learn well from.
The shadow end for a week, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Well, I can send you some ideas of trainers. As someone who went to school to be a physical therapist, paid for my doctorate, did the whole thing, doesn't help me at all. I learned so much more from continuing education.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So,
I appreciate
Don't
that.
chase
That would
the cert. Find someone who speaks to you like that can teach, and then just do it.
yeah.
Do
yeah.
it, Tyler.
And then find their YouTube channel, just copy everything they're doing. All right, and what's
They're
one of your goals for
Well,
2026?
Well, Ernie, first of all, said he has his his license to be a doctor, Tyler, if you need somebody new.
Doctor in what?
Whatever she needs, apparently. So honestly, I feel like I've been doing a lot of work on, you know, that analogy where like you have a really great car and you don't know where it's going to go, so it just drives, that type of thing. So I feel like I've been doing a lot of work building a really great car, but I have no destination. I don't know where I'm going. So I feel like the biggest thing I need to do this year is figure out who the fuck I am so that everything I do can relate back to a purpose instead of like this things keep I have a problem with follow through. Let's put it that way.
So that's what I would say. And so I'm sorry that I'm cutting
Yeah.
you short because I'm
Go
really
ahead.
trying not to. But just having conversations offline with you for the past year, if not longer, right? You have so many great ideas and you are so good at what you do, but you doubt yourself and you start throwing wrenches in your own play. It's like you're self-sabotaging on purpose, right? So again, I'm going to talk with you offline, but I have some ideas on how to own in on what's really important to you and then how to put check marks for you to actually follow through or not. So
Okay,
I
should I
think,
call you to schedule?
yeah, well, you can text me or call me later. It's not gonna
Okay,
happen today, but yeah, I mean, well, I'm busy today, but
so am I. I'll see you tomorrow though.
okay. Are you coming to the thing?
Yeah,
Did you sign up?
I did.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What?
Bye.
Tyler, are you talking to me?
Yeah, I typed it in the chat. Her and Ernie. She put it in the events thing.
Oh, very cool. Well, I don't follow her. You do. That's why I keep you around. See, that's me delegating and moving away from doing the day-to-day technical work. Right, Dennis? All right. Awesome. Dennis, you missed the last question. One thing that you were hoping to accomplish this last year, but you didn't.
I think on the physical side, basically working out every day
Okay. So now
or
give me
just
one
working
goal
out
for.
consistently, period. I think I've dropped that probably since basically having a goal and focus on the belt test. Like after that, I really went. Everything was not consistent afterwards, so it was more of a and it was more of a goal. The push of like sort of kind of which you wrote motivation versus discipline. So motivation was there up to that point, and then because there wasn't really discipline, it was more of a motivation. Once that was done, like it wasn't really.
Yeah.
Uh, I,
Goals and
I,
reward go a long way, right? So for you, it's an idea of finding a new goal, right? It can be a competition, it can be something else. I'll throw it out now. It's not something that is a big deal per se at the moment, but then it's maybe a goal for you is in October, we're gonna do a big Mogadishu mile. We're actually gonna have a couple people that were part of the Battle of Mogadishu, a couple Rangers, including hopefully he's gonna confirm with me Colonel Steele. If you watch the movie, he's the one that led the ground assault. He's there in Maryland. Another guy named Randy, who's friend with Kathy, who's one of our members, former Ranger that was part of the battle. So they're going to come. We have some Rangers representative from Benning in Georgia that are going to come. It's going to be a big thing, but it's a physical thing. So better get your ass in shape because you're going to have to march and do a Mogadishu mile while I'm shooting sims at you. Just saying. That's just going to be my fun. All right, Dennis, give me a goal for 2026. One thing you want to accomplish, fitness aside.
I mean, it has to be business. Business really didn't also like basically just didn't get a lot of stuff done on the business end, just didn't grow or not grow. Like we kind of shrunk a lot, so I'm looking to rebuild that uh grow in, especially with the new company.
Okay, perfect. Love it. Curtis, one goal.
Right now, my biggest goal is a complete body composition change.
Okay,
Considering last year everything went, you know, way down, I'm gonna try to do a complete transformation. So,
okay, cool. Make sure you get baselines of everything. Numbers, 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 right?
yep.
Awesome. All right, Allison, did you give me a goal?
No. Mine, I think recently, I feel like personally, I've just been feeling very stuck and like in a bubble. And I feel like I just haven't been not progressing, but just like stuck. So I want to work on that and just find different ways to kind of find myself a little more.
Cool. Love it. Don't know that I can help you with that. All righty. Next one. Obviously, everything that we want to accomplish in life ties directly to our habits. So I want you to give me one habit you wish to instill in yourself this year. For me, it's been an ongoing challenge for years. Is I want to be more consistent about meditation. I do it very sporadically. I see the value when I do it. I don't do it enough, and to lower my cortisol levels and to enhance my clarity and sense of mind, I feel there's a lot of value. So it's something I want to make a big focus on and make sure I do it more. Who wants to give me one habit they want to instill this year? Go ahead, Tyler.
I agree on the meditation. I've actually been thinking about that. There's a few things, but for me, I think first is a consistent sleep schedule again. I was really good about it for a while. That it was consistent within, maybe an hour window, but to include that being up before 7, whereas some days it's like it's earlier, some days it's a little later, some day, but just being consistent about every day waking up at that time.
Cool. Sorry, did I cut you short? I didn't mean to. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Who's next? Go ahead, Greg.
Kind of guess meditation ish, but an end of the day review, like kind of really encapsulate everything I did throughout the day and kind of just journaling, kind of sort of. I don't know. I tend to have a bunch of great ideas throughout the day or checklists, and then I forget them all come the next morning. So trying to make sure that that's consistent.
Yep. No, I love it. So getting ahead of myself a little bit, but since you brought it up, I think that's great. By the way, I journal in the morning every morning. Like I do journal, but at night I try to do a mental recap, like you said. So one thing that I would like for you guys to do moving forward, we talked about last week and the week before, and this whole idea of, 3 things you want to ask yourself before you go to bed. One thing that you accomplished, right? One thing that you feel like you fell short on, right? And one goal for the next day. So those are the 3 things. And if you frame the night before you go to sleep with those things, right? Next morning, you already know what you need to accomplish, right? You already have 2 things that you need to accomplish. What you didn't do great the first day, and the new thing you said you're going to accomplish. So, and if you accomplish only those 2 things that day, you're already so much ahead of 99% of people out there, right? So I'm glad that you brought that out, Greg. So from now on, that should be a habit for everybody. You go to bed, you're in bed before you close your eyes. 3 things. What did I do? What did I fall a little short on? Not necessarily fail, but what did I fall a little bit short on, right? And one goal for the next day. One thing, your one must do. You cannot accomplish anything else the next day, but this is the one thing that you know you're gonna do, right? So those are the things you go to sleep with every night. All right, thank you, Greg. Next, habits. I'm gonna start calling on you, Curtis. You've been going last most of them. Give me a habit now. Yeah, you're looking to the side like I'm not gonna see you. Dude, it's a fucking camera.
No, I'm just trying to think of a habit that I need to get better into.
Well, tied to your goals. If your goal is changing body composition, what's one habit that's gonna get you a little closer?
Getting up consistently at the same time every morning, whether that be 5 or 6 o'clock, and starting my day working off, even if it's just getting on the treadmill for 30 minutes.
Perfect. And now for the month of January, you gotta do 1 pull-up and 2 push-ups and increase that every day. So there you go. That's gonna instill a habit. Awesome. Love it. All right, and give me a habit.
Well, sorry. Well, I mean, so I'm recently learning about this cortisol thing, and apparently, when it's regulated, you feel calm. Where in my mind, when it's regulated, I feel like I'm ready to fall asleep. So I think because energy level is a big deal for me. So my habit is going to be to eat to manage my cortisol levels because I don't really understand anything about it, and that's where all the energy comes from. I don't know. Tyler's
Well,
like,
it's not that energy comes from cortisol, but cortisol affects energy levels, right?
I don't know. I'm learning all this new stuff. I didn't
Well,
understand it.
I will say, and we again we can talk about it, but we spoke in the past. We did a whole call about what we said about planning a day, and I said you got to plan your day around your energy peaks and valleys, right? Okay, so not everybody's day is a 9 to 5, right? Some of us feel more energetic at I get my best work done at 5 in the morning. So my 5 in the morning is where I do my real intent. Like Allison and Tyler get text and email from me by 5:45 because that's when my brain is racing and I gotta get that work done, right? And then I go for a valley. So during that valley, I'm gonna go and do my workout because my brain is not creative enough to do other stuff, right? So for me, working out is a mundane mechanical process. So that's fine, Dennis. So 1 a.m. is 1 a.m. If that's where your body works, and that's how your body works, right? So match your day to your energy levels. I would say 1 a.m. is a little bit of an extreme, right? If it's just that your brain is racing, then have a notepad next to you and just write notes so you can deal with them next day. But when talking to Anne's point, if she feels she's talking about in terms of cortisol, I'm talking just energy levels in general because it's ebbs and flows throughout the day, right? Then we should match our activity levels. When am I teaching? When am I doing my creative work? When am I working out? When am I spending time with kids? That all depends on my energy level. So when I try to plan my day, and it doesn't always work perfectly, but to whatever extent I can, I try to match activities to when I know I'm going to be best suited to do them. So just something to think about. All right. Allison,
Can you guys hear
what
me?
happened is
Oh,
with my
okay.
workout, Tyler? Oh, because I almost threw up. I was doing a heavy lift and I went through it really fast and no resting and I almost vomited, which was awesome. I missed that. I haven't done that in a while. All right. Sorry, Allison. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So I try to journal every day, but I had this one journal that was specifically prompted for like morning and night. So I want to get back into that and mainly pinpoint like good things that happen throughout the day. I feel like it's so easy to get caught up in like all of the things that go wrong. So just to like mainly focus on the positive things that happen throughout the day.
Yep. Love it. And when I journal, because obviously I put the bad things, also I always try to put something that I learned from it, right? Remember what we talked about, input received. Uh, just take that, okay, learn from it and apply it, implement it. So whenever I journal and there's something negative I'm writing, automatically right afterwards, and this is what I learned from it, this is why I'm better for it. Always. So that's an easy spin. But I agree with you, Allison. It's very easy to get stuck on the negative. All right, Mirsky, one habit.
I think if I can start working out consistently, it's already a start. And then the second one, well, yes, we can leave it at that. But thinking time is, uh, like I just classify things whether journaling, meditation, or just reflecting. Like I want to do that, or even planning. I think that's another thing, just to kind of those ideas to actually schedule them. I'm been trying to build that habit, and I haven't done that. So I want to do that at some point.
Yeah. And just so you guys know, with this coaching program, obviously, I do a lot of research before every call. And when I talk to you about planning your days in advance and weeks in advance, something that I started doing a few months back, on Friday, I have a reminder on my to-do list. It pops up every Friday to schedule my week for the next week. So I know when I have meetings and so forth, but then everything else, when am I working out? When am I doing my creative work? When am we doing our media recording? Stuff like that. That all is fluctuates and fluid. And I put it so today I'm going to do it for next week, and I'm going to account to what is important, what I need to accomplish, and how do I know my energy levels are going to work. And that's how my next week is going to be planned out, right? So you got to account for all of that, Dennis, right? All right, Tyler, see your hand is up.
Yes. So, going off of what Allison said, she actually got me this journal that is split into morning and nighttime. And what I thought is really cool about the nighttime one is the questions they prompt it, so it makes it a little easier to kind of start getting those thoughts out. But it says, what would have made today better? What I learned myself about today, what I learned about others. Tomorrow I look forward to, and then like a sleep meditation. So I just think it's really cool. Because I think if I were to be journaling, unless I, use neuroplasticity and tell my brain over and over again, this is what to do, I have to rely on myself to think of those types of questions. But having something in front of me that's asking it really helps get that habit. And I've really appreciated that because it changes my perspective in the evening. And, like you say, I just go to bed with that clarity and wake up, with those things kind of on my mind and already ready to go, write about gratitude and what I'm looking forward to and stuff. So,
Love it. And at some point, if you want to share a picture or a link
Mhm.
on the platform, so if other people want something similar, I know on my Facebook there's always popping up. So for the guys in the group, like the warrior, journal, or the man or the stoic or whatever, there's all kind of variations of it. I think
Find
the
you a
overcome.
manly version.
What was that?
Find a manly version for the guys.
Yeah, it just comes with some crayons and a lot less thinking.
Okay.
All right, guys. So the power of what we did today really is there's 6 of you on this call right now, not including me, which means there's 6 other people that heard your goals, heard what your sum of challenges are, and we can hold each other accountable, right? So if periodically we check in on each other, it's like, hey, how are you doing with your fitness? How are you doing with your meditation? How are you doing with, your quest for body composition? Whatever it is that your set your goals are, we can check each other up and assist. And there's, as we always say, there's a strength in tribe and community in that sense. The last question I have for you, it's actually about this coaching program. So as I'm gearing up, I always try to change. I think we're doing a better job than we did when we started this. But I'm getting a lot more comfortable sitting in front of you. There was certainly a lot of imposter syndrome at the very beginning, but I'm getting a lot more comfortable doing this. And as we move forward, I want to hear some of the things that you like about the coaching program, some things that you think we can do better. Do you like more of me talking and you just listening? Do you want more interactive? Is there a theme or a focus, a subject that you want me to focus on more than others? I know some people say the whole community or self growth is not really for them. They want more the business or more the conditioning, the warrior side. I enjoy them all, so I don't mind, but I really want to make sure that you guys get out of it what you want to get out of it. So how can I be better for you? So if you guys, I'm not going to call on you on this one. If you have feedback, raise your arm. Would love to hear it, just so I can, as we roll the new year, be a better coach for you. Yeah, go ahead, Greg. Appreciate it.
I think a visual recap, like a text recap after would be useful. Rather than having to go back and listen to the whole thing, I can be kind of helps with that. Now I can do that kind of myself to an extent too, but I think a lot of people would benefit from that.
Yep. Appreciate it. I can share the notes because everything is always, I have an outline for everything with all the points that we discuss. So I can share that in the group. I know Allison for a while. I just gave a crap about it the other day, but I was doing like a little reel after every call with the highlights. So we'll make sure that we do those again. But yeah, I can certainly share the notes with the group. Thank you. Yes, Anne.
When you do the calls about like supplements and training protocols, would you be able to put like the sources in the whatever platform?
Yeah, 100%. Yep. Appreciate that feedback as well. Yep. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, Dennis.
I mean, I personally like the diversity of subjects, so I think that's all of that is important. So, well, we can focus on any one of those and go into greater detail. I think all of that it all adds value. So I actually prefer that. I think something like Greg said, they're usually about there are a few points within, or it's not even like a summary, it's more details, but there's always a point in a call when there's like four things but those are four things that need to be kind of written down because I don't want to like overlook that. They're usually kind of like for some sort of list of that makes sense to capture specifically in detail. So that's
Okay.
instead of listening for the whole call, that's usually there are a few points that are specific,
Okay.
not just summary, but specific details within that were main points.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
main tips or
I'm
whatever
also
it
going to
is.
throw one at you guys. I ask you every call if there's something that resonates and makes sense to you, write it down and then share it with everybody on your Instagram. None of you do it. You guys suck. Just saying. That's my feedback to you. I love you all. No, just kidding. But I agree with you, Dennis. I can certainly put the main points on every call and share those again as a summary note afterwards. So I'll be more than happy to do that. Thank you, Dennis. Tyler?
I like today, and this is just me personally. You guys might have hated it, but I like when you pull on everyone and put us like on the spot in the sense that you get everyone to answer something because even if whether it's hard for me to say something one day, usually not, but or other people, I think that we all find value in listening to each other. And sometimes the people that are the most quiet, like I find that I resonate with, or I'm like, oh man, I never thought about. So I like the interaction, and I know before when we first started, it was a lot more of like you going through and then like at the end, but I've liked that you've incorporated more interaction with all of us and that's been really valuable for me personally. I don't know if anyone likes being pulled into the camera light, but I like it.
Right.
I like
Thanks.
listening to all of
It's
you.
also easier to do with a small group. We have like 12, 13 people. It's a little harder, but
Yeah, I get it.
but certainly pull on more people. No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys, some of you like Ann and Greg, Tyler have been here from the very beginning. So I appreciate you guys still sticking with it and being here. And I hope I can add some value to you. Well, I'm gonna see all of you tomorrow night. Dennis, are you coming tomorrow night? Greg?
I
I'm
registered.
Oh, that's impressive. I like it. No, I love it. So I don't know how to tell you all Happy New Year and stuff like that. I'll see you all tomorrow. So I can't wait. I'm excited now. I just got that much more excited. Everybody gets a booty touch. Ernie gets two. All right. All right,
I just
guys.
need to figure out how to put Ravens game in the background.
Allison is on it. Don't worry.
Ernie wants to know what the attire is.
Silkies.
Silky.
Silkies is always the right answer. No, so I guess Tyler and Allison put something about the way you would dress out to go out to like a New Year's Eve party type thing. I'll be in jeans and a t-shirt. That's what I wear always.
But yeah, like I just put it on the story today too. Like come dressed, but like don't be obnoxious. Don't be in like high heels and like tiny skirt or fishnets or
Hey,
something.
hey, easy there.
You
Come in
can.
high heel, skimpy
can.
skirts, and fishnet.
Now I need to rethink my entire outfit.
Yeah, and the Ravens game.
I actually had one of the non-members email me sign up. She's like, I saw that it was like a scenario based and I wear high heels every day. Is it okay if I come in my high heels? And I was like, if you want to, I would bring a pair of shoes to change into just in case. But if that's like the club look that you're going for, go for it.
Just for everyone's safety, just making sure, because especially
Yeah.
people, God forbid, they come and twist their ankle because they don't know what's going on. So
It's also a mats thing. You don't want necessarily heels on mats. That might not a good combination.
Yeah, I don't want to on the martial art mats, but I don't mind them on the other mats, obviously.
Right.
We'll figure it out. Greg, you can come in high heels. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of the day. I will see you all tomorrow.
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.